Welcome back to another episode of the Call Center Chronicles, episode 2. As always, this is your host, Justin, of the Call Center Chronicles. I wanted to give a very special shout out to a good friend of mine, Maddie. She reminded me of the story about a couple months ago to about maybe a year now ago, working at the call center. We had this one caller always calling in, same time. It never failed. Well, this caller would always call in about 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. Mind you, I live here in Texas, so Central Standard Time. Now, this caller, they would always call in at the same time every single day. Now, with the department I currently work in, and the department that this was happening in was called our prepaid department. We handled prepaid calls, things like that. Now, at any point in time, if you're going to receive any type of benefits for these prepaid cards, usually it's going to be unemployment, paid family leave, disability, or maybe even child support. Now, mind you, whatever this person was receiving, it had to go through the state. They had to file their claims, benefits, and everything like that. Now, with all that out of the way, they call in every single day, and this is how it would go. Thank you for calling. How can I help you today? Yeah, I want to know where my benefits are at. Oh, we don't know. We don't get scheduled calendar dates on when the sponsor for your stay is going to be making a deposit. You have to call the sponsor. I honestly do not believe she once ever called the sponsor. Not once. To call the state and find out, hey, when am I going to be able to get my benefits? Or even file for benefits. At this point, I don't even know if she even ever filed for benefits. But every day for a month, maybe even longer, she was calling in, asking where her benefits were. Well, we don't know. We're not providing that information. We only service the account. And anyone who does customer service for a bank, we only service the account. We don't know where the money is going to be coming from. We just know that a source of income is coming into the account. That was just insane. And shout out to my friend Maggie, because we were talking earlier today, and she reminded me of that. And you guys can send me emails. Again, description below where you can send me the emails of your stories on what you had to go through. And I got this person a few times. This person called. I got the call. And every single day, just the same thing over and over. Where's my money? Where's my money? Where's my money? Well, we told you already. Because like I said in the last video, this isn't rocket science. I mean, you're not trying to build a spaceship to Mars. Elon Musk is dealing with that. There's very simple things that you need to do to find out where your money is and how you can get your money for your unemployment benefits, or your disability benefits, or child support. You have to contact your sponsor. We only service the prepaid accounts. There's nothing we can do for you. Why you haven't gotten your money, just contact them. That simple. I mean, seriously, why get mad at us? We're only doing our job and telling you what you need to do to help you. I mean, it's not hard. We provide you the tools to help yourself so you can find out what's going on. Thank you very much, Maggie, for reminding me of that good little story. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next story. Now, this next story goes to web support. Now, I was reminded of the story today while I was talking with my grandfather. Now, sometime back, I had this call that got transferred to web support. This caller could not access our cardholder website. For what reason? Well, we're about to find out. You're going to love this. Now, they got transferred over to me. Of course, they can't access the website. Whoop-de-freaking-do. Somehow, as simple as the website is, a chimpanzee can access our website. It's that simple. It's point and click. It's not hard. I mean, I've said this before. It's not rocket science, but I don't know what's with these people sometimes. So, I'm going through my process. I go through my checklist. Okay, what's the username you're putting in? She's putting in she's not. I asked that. She says, I can't get to the website. You can't get to the website? Okay, what are you putting in for the website? And she tells me, ourbank.com, where it needs to go. I'm like, well, that's right. What's going on? Can you read off what it says on the screen for me? Unable to complete this task, check internet connection. So I asked her, okay, ma'am, do you have power going to your router and your modem? And I kid you not, to all the IT people out there who work in IT, and everyone who does technical support, like web support or app support, she told me this. Oh, I sold those. I did not need them. I returned them to the internet company. I'm here trying to process this and understand. She tells me she sold them, then she says she returned them to the internet company. I asked her straight out, ma'am, did you return these to your internet provider? And she says yes. Well, there's your problem right there, seriously. I mean, it's like the great comedian Bill Engvall. There's your sign. That's why you can't get online. That's why you can't access our website. You sold the two things that you really need to access the internet. What the hell? Literally returns them to the internet servicer, believing the internet is just this magical thing that you can just access anywhere you go. Well, there's a problem there. You need a little device that helps you access it. Our cell phones can do that. They can also connect to Wi-Fi. It can connect to the Wi-Fi if there's a available router that provides the Wi-Fi. Same with the modem that powers all that, gets all that taken care of. And she believed she did not need that. You kind of do. Seriously, you really do. I was completely baffled by that. I did not understand why they did that. But as we all know, because we work in call centers, whose fault is it? My fault. I'm the one that returned her router and modem to the internet company somehow. I'm the one to blame because she didn't have internet access. Because I'm useless and I don't know how to do my job. Mind you, at this point in time, I've probably been working customer service by the time I took this call. Probably about a good 5 years by this point. Mind you, 4 years consistent, a break to work security, and then it came back to do another 2 years, which I'm currently doing right now. I'm in my second year back with the company. Overall, it gives me about, I think I'm on 6 years now and some months. So I know a little thing or two. Hell, as long as you worked in a call center for over 90 days, you should at least know something as long as you pay attention. And it's real simple to pick up on things. It's not rocket science. And we all know that the biggest thing we have to deal with is kill the queue and take care of those calls. Your supervisors say it, kill the queue. But sometimes you're trying to beat a dead horse with some of those callers because they don't know anything. And that's what I ran across with this one. She did not know anything. Put her on the first ship to Mars. Get her out of here. Or matter of fact, sign me up. I'll go to Mars. I don't want to deal with people like that anymore. Oh, man. Alright, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next story. This is all my favorite of mine. It was a funds transfer call. And I'll give you a little backstory if you do customer service for a bank or whatever and you don't know what funds transfer is. We're transferring money from the prepaid account for the department I'm with. We transfer it from the prepaid account to a personal checking account. Now, this person calls in, and this happens quite a bit. It happens a lot. With the bank I do it for, we're only able to do it with 2 states. Thankfully, this was in one of those states that it can be done with. The caller called in and told me, I want to do a funds transfer. Sure, I can take care of that for you. And all my fellow coworkers where we're currently at, you all know this. Alright, so I go ahead and ask the main important question. Do you have your card available? Now, I wish I could say they said yes. Unfortunately, no. They did not. They were 100% convinced they lost it on a plane ride leaving California to another state. Well, this presents a bit of a problem here. You lose your card. The first thing you want to do is to make sure that's not being used. They got transferred over to funds transfer because they didn't want to deal with that. They wanted to get the funds transferred. Well, they had never set up a funds transfer before, and policy of the bank says we cannot set up a funds transfer request without a card in hand. This card is stolen. It's lost. Whatever. This person tells me he lost his card. If I set up the funds transfer without him having that card, that's a problem. Mainly due to the fact that the bank could be liable if someone finds that card and starts using it. I told them we need to stop this card. With every second this card is left active is a greater chance someone's going to find this card and go crazy. And we all know in customer service, in frontline customer service, and if any of you have done ATM fraud, heck, even credit card fraud, point of sale vending machines, all they need to do is see if the card is working. They go to a vending machine, swipe the card, pick something that they want. Hey, it works. Let's go buy that flat screen TV I always wanted. Let's see if we can go for an 80-inch. I told them straight out, the longer this card stays active, the greater chance of fraud happening. I wish I could tell you this guy was smart enough to say, well, shoot, let's cancel it out, order me a replacement card. Nope. He decides he wants to continue with the funds transfer. I tell him I can't. Bank policy says I can't. I'm not allowed to do so. He insists. Sure, let me go ahead and risk my job for you to transfer an X amount of funds to a personal checking account. Yeah, right. Seriously? You think I'm going to risk my job for you just to transfer funds because you lost your card? No, I told what I can do for you right now, sir. I didn't have to do this. Honestly, being a funds transfer agent and getting a call that comes in as funds transfer, I don't have to help them after that. I can literally get them back to our frontline customer service agents and they can order the replacement card. I told them what I can do for you, sir, is we can cancel out the card and order you a replacement card. I'll do you one better. I even asked him, how long are you going to be out of town? He said a few days. Well, what I can do for you, I can send you a card, express delivery. And there's usually anywhere between a $10 to $15 shipping and handling fee depending where you're at in the country. Well, I'm being nice. This guy's frustrated and upset. I waived the fee. I made a mistake. He then asks, well, what can I do to get access to my funds right now? Mistake number 2. I offered him a Western Union. Now, you're probably wondering, well, how is this a mistake? Well, we can send it to Western Union and send him an X amount of money, as long as he has a driver's license, and depending how much he needs, maybe his social security card. Now, this was my mistake. I offered it, and I'm going to explain why. He's in need of some money, and yeah, we're not heartless. Hell, we work in a call center. We deal with the most obnoxious, rude, and complete buttholes that we can ever see. But we're actually pretty good people. Now, I can be a jackwagon, and I can be a complete a-hole. But I'm not heartless. I still have a heart. So I decided, let me go ahead and do this for him. And I got where he was at, what state he was at, and the city where he was currently residing. Why he was out of town on a business trip or whatever it was. Who knows what it was. I mean, I get everything set up and contact our customer protection unit to go ahead and get authorization and clearance to send it out of state. We do that. Great. Now, as we know, Western Union is its own company. They have what's called a $15 processing fee. I tell him that. He says, oh, no. I don't want to pay that fee. And here's the other shoe. I tell him, I cannot waive that fee for you, sir. I do apologize. Now he's getting upset at me. Mind you, I'm already helping him out when I don't even need to. Since I do funds transfer, I ordered him a replacement card, I waived the fee, and I'm filling out a Western Union for him. And now he has the gall and the nerve to request that fee be waived. He doesn't like no for an answer. And I had to explain to him, this is another company, sir. We are a bank. We are our own company. This is a separate company altogether with their own rules and requirements, which I'm following and to get you set up. But one of their things is there is a $15 fee that's going to be to process your request. He doesn't like that. He sends it off to a supervisor. Because he wants a supervisor, because the supervisors have all the power in the world, and no disrespect to the supervisors out there, and my supervisors too. They're great. When we need a sue call, they'll do it, at least with my office. And he thought he was going to get the magical answer of, oh yeah, sure, let me go ahead and waive that fee for you. They tell him the same thing. And then I got an earful and chewing out from my supervisor that, hey, you didn't need to take that call. Just send it back to frontline customer service. And why did you waive the express fee? Like I said, I'm not heartless. So I would decide, you know what, I'm going to be nice to this guy. That was my mistake. Now, do I still make those mistakes sometimes? Of course. Like I said, I'm not butthole. I'm not a monster. I'm not heartless. If you are kind and respectful to the people who work in a call center, when you call your bank, your cell phone courier, if you play Xbox, PlayStation, whatever, you call someone who works at a call center, and you know full fact you're calling the call center, unless you're slow and special, you should understand, we are people. We deal with hundreds of calls every day. We could deal with a minimum of 20, 40, 50, even, heck, if we've been doing overtime and there's a high call volume, 100 or more calls in one day. And I know some people who've done that. I know some people who take specialty calls that only take maybe 10 calls the entire day, because that specialty doesn't see a lot of calls. But we're people too. And sometimes, yeah, we can be nice if you're nice to us. And I speak for every single person who works in a call center. As long as the caller is nice to us, we will do everything in our power to do what we can for you. And again, I want to give a very special shout out to Maddie again and my entire department that have been working at home. I'm still working at home myself, and hopefully this thing can blow over soon. We can all get back to work, and hopefully our callers everywhere for all call centers get a little smarter. That's asking a lot, I know. But hey, again, my name was Justin with the Call Center Chronicles. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening. I'll see you in the next video.